Hello and welcome to class 9. Today we are going to be discussing e-waste.
So first of all, what is e-waste? There's no specific definition for e-waste, but they're basically electronic products near the end of their use life. For example, TVs, PCs, old phones, etc. And then many of these products can be reused or recycled, but not many people know about it, but they're extremely harmful to the earth. We can say that they're one of the most harmful type of waste on the earth for now. And then today we're just here to address this problem.
So what are some data or statistics about e-waste? So by 2019, there are in total 54 million tons produced in terms of the e-waste. And e-waste represents 2 of America's trash in landfill, but it equals to 70% of overall toxic waste. And as you can see from the graph down, there is a steadily growing curve, and from 2010 to 2019, and there might be some warning behind this.
Why is e-waste important? E-waste is important in many ways. One of the most important aspects of e-waste is that it is hazardous to the human body. These electronics contain high levels of toxic chemicals. For some of these chemicals, once they touch the skin, you will need to be sent to the hospital. Another reason for the importance of e-waste is the resources needed to build these technologies. These electronics are made of elements such as iron and copper, which are limited resources that may run out in the future. Another important factor that plays into the importance of e-waste is the fact that most people who have access to the internet are creating some sort of e-waste. Every old phone or computer being thrown out is being added to the already huge pile of e-waste. Therefore, the importance of e-waste is something that cannot be ignored.
So what are some examples of e-waste? Typically, if you think of e-waste or electronic waste, you're probably picturing something like computers, phones, or televisions, but actually e-waste is really broad, and that means a lot of different things can fall under this category. For example, you have large appliances like refrigerators, washing machines, electronic fans, air conditioners, and microwaves. And you also have smaller appliances like irons, toasters, or hair dryers and watches. And you also have lighting equipment like lamps and electronic tools like drills, saw, sewing machines, batteries, and entertainment like consoles or radios. And this is not even the full list. For example, if you think of things like medical equipment, for example, if you go in a hospital and they take your blood pressure, that machine that they use to take your blood pressure is also e-waste.
And how does e-waste affect air quality? So basically through the disposal of e-waste, it releases dust particles and toxins into the environment, causing air pollution, which then damages respiratory health. And then people are then breathing in toxins and these released particles. And chronic diseases and cancers are higher risk to occur due to the release of these fine particles that travel like thousands of miles. And burnt e-waste releases hydrocarbons into the atmosphere that pollutes the air.
So how does e-waste affect our water quality? So a lot of the heavy metals that come from like our electronics, like mercury or lithium, mercury mainly comes from like computer screens, and lithium mainly is from like batteries that include like lithium ions in it, which are like most of the batteries that we use in like cars and phones and all that. These are disposed of in landfills, which can run off into our water sources like rivers, lakes, and all that. Since our daily lives depend on these like water sources, humans can like get really sick from it. Our animals and plants can also like be negatively affected by these heavy metals, which are highly toxic if not disposed of properly. And it also makes the water toxic to drink, which is problematic since our freshwater availability is already pretty low. So making our available water sources toxic is already pretty bad.
So how does e-waste affect animals and humans? E-waste contains, as we've already discussed, e-waste contains multiple harmful chemicals of which can damage biological components of your body and of animals' bodies. These components of which it can affect include the brain, the heart, your liver, your kidneys, and bones. And there are also many more of which e-waste can affect. Some of the primary chemicals of which are contained within e-waste, of which can damage these primary organs and systems, is mercury, lead, calcium, polybrominated flame retardants, barium, and lithium. There are also many more chemicals of which are contained within e-waste, and these chemicals can prove to be highly dangerous to you and your body. E-waste has been proved to be also extremely harmful to both your nervous and your reproductive system, causing miscarriages within a woman and causing you to basically be sent to the hospital if you were to come into contact with some of these e-waste chemicals. Due to the many ways e-waste have entered our lives through our food, through our water sources, through even sometimes the air that we breathe, these problems of which are arising nowadays due to the increase of electronic use is enormous. E-waste has disrupted both our ecosystems and our health and is causing detrimental effects to us and our bodies, killing us slowly and slowly.
So how can we like prevent e-waste, or we can say how can we reduce this e-waste? So there are 10 ways we can do this. First, donate or sell working electricity, like electronics. So like this one is very normal. Like we just like donate it to the people like who need it when we don't need this like either the phone or computer things, or we can just sell them, like get some money back. Consume less in order or reduce your e-waste. Yeah, just don't buy it, that's easier. And the third one is like use your own mobile phone as a GPS device. So just don't waste them. Like you can use your own mobile phone to do it to do something else. Yeah. So for recycle via retailer, just break your phone and sell like the each piece to other people who need it. Yeah. The fifth one was check the e-cycling center in your state. Every state there's some place where there's like a I believe it's a recycle station or something that you can just give your old electricity, like old phones or computers to them. For number six, you can organize your electronic. Um, yeah, and for number seven, know your state's law about battery disposal. So every time there are many batteries like gonna be unuseful anymore, but just don't throw them anywhere. And number eight, store your data online. So I know many people that are using the phone and or computer that don't have a lot of they don't have a lot of data anymore. So that they're gonna just change a new one. So there's something called iCloud in the iPhone, so people can just doing that and save their data online in the iCloud. Nine, by enter start retated applicants applicants. And 10 was educate yourself on the material used in electronic. So maybe sometimes like this one was broken, you can fix by yourself.
Real quick, legislation passed in the U.S. two models. Extended producer responsibility model requires manufacturer pay to collect and recycle e-waste. 24 of the 50 states use this model. Advanced recycling fee model. Consumers pay $6 to $10 fee buying electronics. Fee goes to statewide recycling fund. California passed in 2003, first state to pass this model.